Greetings, football lovers. Happy 2020. Welcome to another episode of Ball Chat Podcast Live. Family, I am Benton. Junior, how are you doing, brother?
Boy, I'm here. Boy, look at you. You have the fancy Ball Chat shirt and I don't have on mine. I don't know why.
Yeah, football family, Ball Chat shirt. And, link me after the show. We have them sell 2-for-1 special going on. Link me. Football family, come on. How are you doing? Happy New Year.
I'm good, thanks. Same to you.
Happy New Year. Come on, I'll have on Ball Chat shirt too. So, football lovers, how comes Junior don't have on his Ball Chat shirt? What happened, boss?
Because we have a green screen and I have a yellow shirt. Let me show you what the shirt look like. See? You see? You can't even see to the screen because the green screen thinks it's a green shirt. So, that's the reason why. But we'll get it fixed though.
So, football lovers, yeah, we ignore the management excuses. 2020 again, it's already ready to discuss football, and we're going to have a bumper show today, a lively discussion all about the weeks preceding, and we're kicking it off with our ballers and bugs. Ballers being the best players of the week, the bugs being the unimpressive players of the week. Then we're going to segue to doing some roundup, doing some EPL, some FA Cup news, and La Liga also started. Touch some of the major news are made or takeaways from those leagues. Then we do the team of the decade. Are we doing RSPL at first? We do Jamaican football for a little bit and then touch team of the decade. So football fans, get your team of the decade. We'll talk about that. The Island Sports Network family watching us on Island Sports Network YouTube page. Send on your comments or questions. Ball Chat family watching us on Ball Chat Podcast Facebook page. Send on your comments or questions. Let's kick it off for 2020 family. Come on, ballers of the week. Who you have as your ball of the week? The first baller for 2020 new decade.
Two Liverpool players, Mane and Salah. Those are my ballers of the week. I'm not going to say anything else because Liverpool people are running, but those are my two ballers for this week.
And we're raising the bar for ballers of the week and ballers for the year. We're raising the bar. So come on, you can't just mention them. We're going to have to say why they're ballers. Because we noticed everyone almost turned ballers last year. So come on, why are those ballers of the ballers? Come on, Salah and Firmino, please.
Salah and Mane.
Mane.
They are clicking. Remember, they have their old issues going on. But they're clicking and they're playing well. No signs of injuries. Just playing good attacking football. They're all over the pitch. Salah tracking back, defending. Mane is all over the pitch. So I am giving those two players. I'm throwing Trent Arnold because he's the best young player going on right now. So 3 Liverpool players are my ballers this week.
Ball of the week, Trent Arnold, Salah and Mane. Big up Bubba Peace. Bless up family. Happy New Year. All the best to you and your family for 2020. Rolling with your ballers and bugs of the week. Come on, ball of the week. First baller for 2020 Junior is Salah, Mane and Trent Arnold. The Liverpool rolling. Liverpool defeated Everton 1-0 in the FA Cup today. Well, Liverpool B team defeated Everton 1-0. And Liverpool, 58 points from a possible 60 points in the EPL. As they also continue their hot run on the New Year's Day games in the EPL. So we'll get to that in our roundup. Junior, your ball of the week. I know it cannot be Manchester United.
No, it can't be Manchester United. But I'm going to give it to Mikel Arteta. He blundered against Chelsea in his first game. And coming up in his first home game that he coached.
Yeah,
was a big blunder.
Yeah.
The second game was against Manchester United. He showed marked improvement. But I am impressed with how Ozil is playing. I'm also impressed with how Arsenal seems to be Manchester City 2.0 in terms of the way they attack the ball. Attacking the ball.
Yeah,
they are pressing the ball. They are taking the pressure off David Luiz. So I'm not going to pick Ozil, or I'm not going to pick Pepe, or I'm going to say this is coaching. And it just shows that Emery is a big idiot. If Arteta can come in and just change a team like that without no signing, it must be Emery's fault.
So, football family, Mikel Arteta and Arsenal defeated Manchester United. That was the New Year's Day feature matchup. And to that end, Mikel Arteta got Junior's ball of the week, as even Ozil looks like a baller. Yeah. Football family watching us on YouTube and Facebook, send on your ballers and bugs. The first episode for 2020, new decade. Wait, let's move to my ball of the week. Yeah. My ball of the week is Tranmere Rovers. Tranmere Rovers came from 3-0 down against Watford in the FA Cup. 3-0 down. Tranmere Rovers is playing in what, League One, second division in the English football setup, and to be down 3-0 to an EPL, a hot Watford team, but to come from behind and get to get a replay, that's big for Tranmere Rovers, and hopefully they'll get on TV, because that could be some TV revenue for them. My other ball of the week, since it's been cup football, weird. One more ball of the week if you bear with me. A team named Saint Pierros, an amateur team that flew all the way from Rion near Madagascar, defeated Norte in the French Cup second round. Imagine that, an amateur team defeated a French second division French side in the French knockout competition, which is equivalent to the FA Cup. This is an amateur team, so have to give them ball of the week. Maybe they go back to work tomorrow, to their regular job tomorrow. But that was fantastic of them. So family, send on your ballers and bugs for the new year and the new decade. Come on, let's get to some bugs. Let's give up with Jason Frame. Get it right, come on. I can't 3 ballers for baller of the week. Get it right, that's what Jason Frame. Kofi Powell said, greetings, Ball Chat 2020. We're there again. And we have a new shirt. Come on, bugs of the week. Bubba Peace, who is your baller? Jason, who is your baller? Kofi, who is your baller? Come on, who's got as your bug of the week?
Manchester United, the entire squad. Ole is the first person, yeah? Ole need to stop smiling. Even Van Persie come out and say, be mean. You know, you can't lose to a dibby side like Arsenal and slow down and smile as if as something good you do. So Manchester United, the entire Manchester United squad, special shout out to Ole. Ole needs to get himself together. Junior always say Ole out. I might have to agree with him this time. Then Frankie de Jong, he picked up a second yellow on a full challenge on a giveaway, and got a red card. Brought Barcelona down to 10 men, and then Barcelona drew 2-2. So Valverde needs to get an honorable mention as a bug of the week. If Valverde not out by March, there's something going on. I might have to switch to Real Madrid. So Manchester United, throw Barcelona in there because it was a lackluster game by Barcelona. So Manchester United, Ole at the helm, Barcelona, Valverde at the helm, and Frankie de Jong. Those are my bugs.
Wow, bugs being an unimpressive player of the week or unimpressive clubs. Bugs of the week for come on. Manchester United or Ole, which one? Or both? Manchester United had 0 shot on target yesterday in a FA Cup matchup against Wolves. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had the audacity to try to defend that. No foolishness, that Junior. Is not foolish. Well, let's not head up the Manchester United fan fed. Also, the bug of the week, Frankie de Jong. Also, bug of the week for getting a what? Foolish red card, he said. Come on.
Foolish second yellow, yep.
The foolish second yellow as Barcelona drew with Espanyol in the Barcelona City rival derby. It was a mouth water in an exciting little match as a feisty Espanyol took a point from that game. And also, Ernesto Valverde. Throw Ernesto Valverde in there. Jason Frame said, ball of the week is Torreira playing in his preferred role, looking like Conte. of 3 years ago. Hold the phone there, Jason Frame. Hold the phone there, Jason Frame. Dalton says bug of the Dalton says bug of the week is Watford, Everton, and Valverde. Okay, Dalton, who's your ball of the week? Should I just go ahead and say Liverpool? Junior, who is your bug of the week, boss?
Why, my bug of the week has to go to Barcelona. And they are a messy motivationless Messi. An older biter away from just being an ordinary Barcelona team. I don't know how could they have gone down this fast. Is it Valverde's fault, or is it higher than Valverde?
It's Valverde and higher than Valverde. but imagine football fans. Bug of the week is sitting at the top of La Liga. What kind of foolishness is this at the beginning of the decade?
So said the Barcelona fan. We shall revisit this in a couple of weeks.
Sitting at the top of La Liga, in spite of Valverde and the stupidness that's going on at Barcelona, they're still sitting at the summit, tied on points. Real Madrid have a superior goal difference. But Junior's bug of the week is Barcelona. The man is staying wide of Manchester United bug of the week.
Why I give a already known bug?
Jason Frame said bug of the week is Lingard. Actually, bug of the year. Actually, very good point, Jason. Lingard have 0 goals and 0 assists.
Why are you looking at me? Big up everybody that's on Island Sports right now. We're officially live on Island Sports YouTube page. So big up all those watching right now on Island Sports. And this is Ball Chat Podcast.
Yes.
And we just want to let everybody know that right now we're in the Ballers and Bugs segment. So if you're watching right now, let us know who is your ball of the week or the bug of the week.
Baller being the most impressive player and Bugs being the unimpressive player.
And I don't know why I'm beating Man U right
now.
So
Jason Frame said Lingard is the bug of the week, bug of the year. I saw a report where Manchester United is offering Jesse Lingard with Madison to plus £45 million to Leicester City for James Madison. We'll get to that in the transfer news. But what kind of foolishness is that? Bug of the week. Junior, any more bugs?
No, that's it.
Any more? That's it's Barcelona.
You have to give VAR a little mention to you.
Okay.
So, but that's it. Barcelona.
Dalton says that Liverpool is ball of the week along with Trentmere Rovers for coming back from 3 down. Yes, Dalton. Excellent. Liverpool have gotten 58 points from a possible 60 points. Think about that, Junior. 58 points from 60. Wow, that's impressive. Liverpool ball of the week. Maybe ball of the year when we're done. And Trentmere Rovers for coming back from 3 down against Watford. Very impressive. Bug of the week for me is Spurs and Jose Mourinho. What game is this for Jose Mourinho? 10, 12, 15, 18?
It feels like a season.
It feels like a season. Jose Mourinho's greatest asset is supposed to be a defensive-minded coach. A coach who builds from the back forward. I don't know what Jose Mourinho this is, but this is not the defensive-minded Jose Mourinho. Spurs lost to Southampton 1-0 on New Year's Day, and they hang on today against Middlesbrough. League One, 4th place, 5th place battle in Middlesbrough in Championship football. Jose Mourinho, what is going on? And they're the bug of the week. Kofi said his ball of the week is Liverpool kids baller. Liverpool kids defeated Ancelotti's full-strength Everton 1-0. That was a pathetic display by Everton, huh?
Yo, that's crazy.
That's crazy. All right, football roundup, come on, ready. Let's get to the meat of the matter because I'm talking too much. FA Cup. Your big takeaways from watching FA Cup football today?
FA Cup. It doesn't really matter. I mean, like, if Chelsea had lost today, I would be like taking off my jersey, not burning it, but put it in the back of the closet. I don't know if I'm not excited over the FA Cup. You know, you don't play the right team. So is it that fans are being shorted because we're basically watching B side and C side? Was Liverpool's B squad today, even though they beat Everton. But I think fans are being shorted when they don't play the full squad. So for me, FA Cup is like meh. Mm,
So Junior, and come on, is actually one of the oldest competition. And growing up as kids, we looked forward to the FA Cup. It was one of those competition where the the little teams could actually punch above their weight and maybe even score a couple upsets there about. The big game for this round of the FA Cup was the Liverpool versus Everton matchup, the Merseyside derby. Liverpool fielded a second string team and it was a no contest. The other big matches were, formality for Manchester City. The usual suspects went on to win. I mean, the other match is Manchester United versus Wolves. So that's going to be a replay match.
And that, my big takeaway from the FA Cup, like you say, is that we see the magic of the FA Cup with Tranmere, right?
Yes.
But we also saw where Manchester United is a one-trick pony. And I think they have been found out. And funny enough, Wolves is a one-trick pony too. So both teams want to hit you on the counter-attack. That is all they both want to do. So if you put two teams that want to play counter-attack in football together, the ball is just going to stay stuck in the middle of the field. So I'm looking forward to that game going to penalties.
Yeah, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said, or one of the managers said, why didn't it just go to penalties? I mean, they already have a stacked schedule already, and to try to squeeze in a replay match here is not something that these managers are looking forward to doing. Jason Frame said Leicester City, they do not want the deal if it includes Lingard. Just send the 45 million only. Yes, Jason, they do not want it. And for those who are just watching us, there's a word is that Manchester United is looking to offload Lingard plus cash to Leicester City for James Maddison. What would Leicester City even look at that? So other major roundup this week in football. The FA Cup was pretty much a formality. Spurs, is struggled today against Middlesbrough. I mean, your thoughts? They're gonna have to play a replay. Does Pochettino, does Jose Mourinho have to go in this transfer window and try to get some talent?
We talked about this before the FA Cup. So if Jose is going to use the FA Cup to make that decision, then something's wrong with him. Yeah. I mean, coming in, he knew that he needed to shore up his squad just for EPL play. Now that Harry Kane is injured, yes, he needs to spend some money. They need to get players to be competitive. And, I mean, I can see Jose being disgruntled because, let's face it, Tottenham is sucky. So, in order for Jose to be competitive, he has to spend some money. They have to go there and buy some players in all positions.
You cannot sign a whole squad. Come on. All right.
Excuse me. Yes.
All right. So, Junior, as we segue from and continue our football roundup, because we not only had FA Cup games this week, we had the EPL games on New Year's Day, and the feature matchup was Manchester United versus Arsenal. You saw enough from that Arsenal outfit to think that Arsenal has officially gotten their manager in Mikel Arteta.
No, I haven't seen enough because the games where I'm seeing Arteta implement his system and I see the players buying into the system, right? Now, I think the Man U game after the Chelsea game was a perfect game afterwards to get that bad taste out of the mouth. Because Chelsea is a big side, yes. Man U is a big side, yes. In the grand scheme of things in the Premier League. So when Chelsea pretty much overran Arsenal in that first game, Arteta was pushed back now. Now coming in the second game, he can say, let's try it one more time. Let's try this method one more time, and it worked.
Yeah.
So will the players buy into it? What happens the next game when it just don't work out that well? Because you know that game is coming. How will they? So I am waiting for that real adversity to kick in. Then I would say, all right, they found their man. But right now it's good. All is good. David Luiz hasn't been exposed yet.
Yeah. But so come on, to piggyback on that Arsenal versus Manchester United game, and it seems like ages ago, but it was just recently in the middle of the week. Nicolas Pepe, the higher purchase baller, was absolutely outstanding. I mean, it does show that he has potential.
Yes, but then again, it was only against Manchester United. So I mean, like,
Oh, come
what do you
on. He's
expect?
on the field. Come on.
Yes,
He got on
yes,
the field and he played
yes, yes,
outstanding. Scored a
yes, he did.
fantastic goal and actually had Luke Shaw on
On his
toast the
butt.
entire game.
He was on his butt at one point. It was a good game. He did play. But you know what? It's like it's misleading because when you look at the stats for the Manchester United Arsenal game, it was pretty much even. Manchester United actually had 52% possession versus Arsenal 48%. They both had 10 shots, and they both had four on target. So it's like everything was even across the board except goals. So I don't know if you're going to kill Ole this time because Pepe had an exceptional. Even David Luiz had a good game. So when you hear them talk about buying into what the manager is trying to do, then that means they weren't buying into what Unai Emery was trying to do. So they're playing for Arteta, and I think that's very dangerous when a team is playing for a manager. They were defending together as a unit. They were going forward. Ozil was playing. He was moving. So, we shall see. See if it's a one-off or see if it's something that will continue.
Yeah, yeah. I was impressed. I was impressed with Nicolas Pepe. He looks like he's worth that's what, 72 million pounds that they paid, that they committed for him.
They don't finish pay for him.
Well, that they started an installment to cover the cost of his salary and the transfer.
Can I go on my soapbox for 1 second?
All right, let
Give me 5 seconds.
Let's read what Jason
Yeah,
says.
read what Jason
Spurs pay their players the least of the so-called Big Six. Players aren't attracted to Spurs.
Well,
That's a good point, Jason. Good point.
in 2 games, right? In 2 games, Arteta implemented a system. Similar systems. I know I like the X's and O's of football.
Yeah.
Chelsea game, when Arsenal were running Chelsea off the field, Lampard made the substitution after 30th minute and bringing Jorginho, right?
Yes, yes.
The same exact thing happened to Manchester United. 2 goals in the first half. Coming out second half, you still play 4-2-3-1. You play 10 minutes into the second half and say, oh, you know what, it's not working, let's make a change. Why not make the change at halftime? Why not make the change at the 30th minute? Make the change at the second goal. The second goal score, make the change. Ole is a big idiot.
The man believed in his system, and he thought his system would work. He thought the players would adjust on the pitch to whatever was going on with Arsenal. You want to blame Ole? Why not blame the players?
Come on, I cannot. All right, big up SCH. Yeah, we know Mark. Yeah, we know Mark Goldbridge from United stand. I think the United stand. Mark Goldbridge, big up yourself anyway. There. Come on, you cannot blame the players. When Chelsea were down 1-0.
You cannot blame the players.
Let me finish. You cannot blame the players. When Chelsea were down 1-0, Lampard openly put up his hands and say, you know what, I made a mistake in the first 30 minutes. Let's change this up. And as soon as Jorginho switched and put him beside Ozil, Ozil had the best 20 minutes until the Man U game, and then it was no more. As soon as that happened, Arteta had to make the change and counter that move and take off Ozil. Ozil ran the most against Manchester United. They covered the most. And Ozil was tracking back. He was comfortable. I always sat down like a big idiot. I watch it and then smile after.
I will not call. I will not call. Maybe Robin van Persie would want him to call him a big idiot. I will not call Ole Gunnar Solskjaer a big idiot. He seems like he's a little bit slow sometimes. Come on, is there any truth to what, do you agree with what Junior is saying regarding Ole not making the substitutions at halftime or making the adjustments to kind of what Arsenal and Arteta was doing?
I agree 50%, but when Junior is saying that we can't blame the players, that's definitely not true. As I said...
Oh, you don't agree?
No, I agree half of what I'm saying, but because some blame you need to put at the players' feet. They have to adjust, even though the coach say, listen, this is the formation for whatever he puts out there. If you realize that something is not working somewhere, then you don't stand still. Luke Shaw was horrendous. And you have a couple players on there that they're not mobile. It's like once they realize they were down 2-0, it's like them start hang them head and not play good. You have to blame the players as well as Ole. They're on the pitch. As Mr. Based on the stats, Junior, Arsenal never run Manchester United off the pitch. Them just never adjust.
Yeah.
You can't give Ole 100% of the blame for that. You give him some blame, and maybe he's not the right person for the job.
Jason Frame says Arsenal moving in the right direction. I am happier with a 2-0 win.
It's one game, Jason. Stop it.
I am happier with a 2-0 win than I would be with a 3-0, 4-0 win. The team showed fight, grit, and cohesive defense. Boys, wait, it's Arsenal. Killer Green said, "Don't worry." Killer Green said, "Don't worry, bro. Only at the wheel." Junior, do not worry. Only is at the wheel.
Junior.
But yeah, I regarding Arteta, and we'll move away from the Manchester United Arsenal matchup in a little bit. But I think Arsenal's, at least based on early returns, you know, they found their manager. Now it's important for Arsenal's board and power structure to give him that support, get those players and personnel that he needs, because he looks like he have a little bit of skills. Yeah, he looks like he does have a bit of skills there. Segueing from Arsenal and Manchester United, we have to talk about the big bad Liverpool. We have to talk about this team. I mean, what they did in 2019 was absolutely fantastic. Come on, I know you're not a fan of Liverpool, but I know you're a fan of football. And just speak to what they're actually doing. I mean, the fact that they played 20 games and drew 1, they got 58 points from a possible 60. This impressive run is absolutely outstanding. What do you think will happen? Do you think they can go unbeaten? Undefeated?
I don't think they'll go undefeated. They have too many games to play, too many different competitions that they have to play. So I don't think they'll go unbeaten, but nobody's going to catch them. I mean, they're a well-oiled machine.
Well, not unbeaten. Sorry, come on, but undefeated, not unbeaten. But can they can they replicate what Arsenal did?
No, they won't go undefeated. They definitely won't go undefeated. I just think, as I said, too many games they have to play, but they're a well-oiled machine. Nobody's catching them. Leicester not catching them. Man City not catching them. I think they're truly on their way to winning this title.
Yeah, and Richard Kamenka on Island Sports Network said they've already won the league. Jason Frame and yes, Richard, it seems that way. If Liverpool does not win from here, this will be one of the major collapses. One of the major collapses in history. I mean, Liverpool fans, if you guys don't win from here, be prepared.
No, I don't think we need to say if anymore. I have a question though. For everyone that's listening, if you're listening on Facebook or via YouTube right now, let us know. Do you think Liverpool is going to go undefeated? Just put yes or no in the chat.
Yes.
If you think Liverpool is going to be undefeated, put yes. If you think they're going to lose at least one game in the Premier League, put no. Let me just see. Let me just get a pulse of what everybody's saying, because for me, I don't think they're going to lose. I can't see them losing again.
I don't see where, and we'll preview Spurs versus Liverpool coming down the pipe next weekend. We'll set that up in a little bit here. But I mean, the mindset of this Liverpool outfit, the fact today that the B team embodies the same characteristics of the A team in terms of the playing that the Everton first string team. They pressed them. They were hungry. They were committed to the task of scoring. And Curtis Jones scored a fantastic goal. So what Klopp saw today is that we have people in reserve that we can depend on against if we need to play a Watford or we need to play Bogside, West Ham. But
disrespect.
But to that end, right? Those are the depth that you need. I was concerned about their depth, but he seemed to have a bit of depth in that squad. All right, going through some of the comments. Jason Frame says Arsenal first goal was a result of an interception from Ozil. Imagine that, Ozil intercepting ball. That's years. Kofi Paul said, Jason, frame what you are drink. Dalton, right now, Arsenal going through new management syndrome. And Dalton Sweat said, come on, stop hate. Kofi Powell says, yes. Dalton Sweat, yes, they are. They have already beaten everyone already.
And it's so ironic because on YouTube, Richard is saying they haven't lost a Premier League all of 2019, which is a game all of 2019. That's true.
Yes, from the last game they lost was against Man City in January of last year in the previous edition of the Premier League.
Killer Green said no, they're not going to go undefeated or unbeaten, undefeated. Richard is saying no, they'll lose at least one.
Okay.
And Richard saying, Manu, I'm a team needs a whole lot of help.
Team needs a whole lot of help. All right, final wrap-up of the EPL. Come on, the second half of the EPL season will kick off next week, and we'll get to our preview and prediction segment. You are the Chelsea fan. You know, we saw Mishai Batman Bashai today. I mean, do you guys have to go out and get a second forward? That's the first thing I want to ask you.
I think he's going to go on loan. I'm not sure Lampard is going to go out there and buy a forward. I think he's going to bring somebody from the academy because that's what he has been saying. He's been saying that we have to give the youngsters a chance. We have to play the youngsters. We have to play the academy players. So I think, like for different positions, aging positions, maybe to cover for Willian, he'd go and get somebody else. But I don't understand that's why you ask for an opportunity and you don't take the opportunity. So, you know, I'm kind of disappointed because he's a good player. So now I'm thinking maybe it's a confidence issue. Giroud is going to go on loan, I hear, not sure. Maybe they just need to sell him because he does not fit what Lampard is trying to do. So they're going to go out there and spend money, but I don't think they're going to get a striker.
Richard is saying Batshuayi needs to go.
Yes, he needs to go. And come on, don't throw around the word good so easily, okay? Come on. This guy's missing goals, easy tapping. Like
He's okay. I think it's confidence. I think it's a confidence thing with him. You saw him play well when he was at Dortmund, so I think it's a confidence issue with this young man. He has not been given the opportunity. He plays well for Belgium, so what you say?
How you mean he wasn't given the opportunity? He got opportunities today and he missed them.
Confidence.
All right, football lovers, let's try to touch some other major news as some other leagues around Europe kicked off this week and touch some Jamaican news briefly. But La Liga, Barca was held by Espanyol Junior. Madrid cruised to a victory against Getafe. They both tied on points. We'll have the break for the Super Cup España in Saudi Arabia coming up in the middle of the week. But the team that's quite puzzling is Atletico Madrid.
And they won, right? They won 1-0 or 2-1.
It's a boring... Go ahead, come on.
No, continue. I'm sorry.
They what? You were saying the results of the Atletico game?
No, they didn't lose. They won. They won 2-1.
Yeah, they beat Levante 2-1.
Yeah, but all the goals were scored in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's a boring looking Atletico Madrid outfit. I mean, Zidane is doing well with this Real Madrid outfit, and Barcelona is Barcelona. There's still a lot of issues. I mean, Zidane and this Madrid team could probably win this league.
I expect them to win the league.
Oh, you expect?
I get worse if they can offload Bale. And worse if they can sign Pogba. If they can get Pogba in January, which all indications are that's going to happen.
Okay.
They can easily win the league because they have a big weight behind them. Mm-hmm. And they are still maintaining the race. What happens when they free that race?
Pogba never does the surgery.
Yes.
Come on, that surgery is foolishness. He's going to be out for like 3 weeks or 4 weeks apparently.
Pogba has been playing through pain. Come on, he just got surgery. I mean, per his people. So I mean, we are very get better, Pogba.
Ole says he needs surgery per his people, not Manchester United
medical staff.
Squad,
yeah.
Medical staff. Per his people.
Yeah.
I don't know what is going on over Man U. It's Patty Shop.
Yes, but it's definitely party shop. But I think Pogba will be in Real Madrid. I'm expecting him to be there in January. If Manchester United is smart, they'll cash in now. But if he goes to the Bernabeu, I can't see how what will stop Real Madrid. Take out Bale, insert Pogba, a motivated Pogba. What will happen after that? So
Barcelona go buy Neymar.
Okay.
yeah,
I mean, I mean, that's the only. Listen, right now, Barcelona needs an infusion of youth and quality. Yesterday, Messi looked like a shell of a player. His touch was off, touch was poor, and guess what? Barcelona played horribly. So everything is going through Messi, and that's not what a good team is supposed to be made up of. I mean, if you don't have those players firing, then I mean, come on, no.
Well, welcome to the Valverde version of Barcelona and the Messi at the helm. You know, they say Ali is at the wheel in Manchester. It's Messi at the wheel in Barcelona. He does whatever he wants. All right, so let's try to hit some other news quickly. Inter is ahead in Serie A Junior.
and if all reports are correct
About the Christian Eriksen.
if they get Christian Eriksen, I'm telling you guys right now, if they get Christian
And they're
Eriksen,
ahead on goal difference. For
I expect them to run away with this race because they're going to get a fresh and another motivated player that has to prove something in a Euro qualifying year.
Yeah.
I really like that. I really would like that signing if they really get Christian Eriksen.
Yeah, and for Tottenham.
If I'm me like Christian, I'm not going nowhere because first of all, I am worth more than $22 million. So I mean that's disrespect right there.
Yeah,
so I
but-
would sit right there and cross my legs. Nope.
Yeah, but Tottenham is trying to get him off that book for something rather than in the summer they don't get him.
Yeah.
He leaves for free.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Man them undervalue the man. But
Yeah.
yes, but you're right. I like to see it. I like to see the big teams like Juventus kind of struggle on a back. So you know, let's see with Inter Milan. It's very nice.
And interesting that we're continuing some of the discussion in transfer window and linking some of these teams with players moving on. You know, a recent report came out today that Everton, of all people, is interested in James Rodriguez. James Rodriguez and Carlo Ancelotti is really pushing to try to get him to Merseyside. I mean, and this is a player that Real Madrid is looking to offload because he's just not haven't materialized with them at the Bernabeu. And if Everton is willing to take him on,
I wouldn't go. Everton is party shop. I mean, if he wants to go to a sucky side, go. I don't see James Rodriguez as a good fit. I mean, for Everton.
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Ancelotti is going to implement a new system or something, but I think I don't know. You talk about Everton, you don't think about world beater or a top five. But hold on, stick up in. We never talk about Zlatan going back to AC Milan.
Yeah,
and
but
AC Milan is what in fourth place.
Yeah, but Zlatan said he's not there to be a mascot. Regarding James Rodriguez, I mean, he's pretty much exhausted his time at Madrid. It just not have materialized. He had an exceptional 2014 World Cup, and he got the big transfer, and he just did not take off.
I don't think he's who we think he is.
Yes.
And I think Everton is one class signing away from the midfield from being a very good team.
Yes.
So they're a balanced team, come on, and then they have a good coach.
So just getting through some of the comments, family. Jason Frame said, Kofi Paul, I'm happy for you and your team. With Arsenal and Liverpool going at it. Dalton Stewart said, Giroud still a kip. Arsenal stick up Chelsea for that deal. Kofi Powell said, Jason Frame, we are living in the now. Fire pool.
On Island Sports, Richard is saying Batshuayi needs to go. We said that Chelsea is stacked on the wing. He's also saying that Charleroi is second place in Belgium Premier League. Shamar Nicholson, 4 goals, 1 assist so far. We're going to talk about that in our Yard Baller segment coming right up. He's also saying that Pogba won't leave, And Javon East is currently on 10 goals in the Costa Rica League. We're going to talk about that. And OJ 2002 is saying, really, Madrid won't buy him in January. I think he's talking about Paul Pogba.
Yeah,
we will see.
I don't know why we'll take him. All right, so transfer update. We're segueing from transfer news update and then moving on to Yard Ballers, where we discuss some of the major news in Jamaican football. And interestingly, football family, we had Reggae Girls, a coach, or pending Reggae Girls head coach, based on some media report. Lorne Donaldson out on the last interview earlier.
Yeah, you just that's breaking news. Look out for the Lorne Donaldson interview coming up real soon.
So we'll drop that coming up this week. But all right, let's touch on Jamaican news.
Yeah.
And the Reggae Girls are without a coach still as they get ready for the Olympic qualifiers coming up January 28th. Junior is smiling at me. The team report squads personnels are due tomorrow to CONCACAF, who's organizing the tournament. Come on, talk your mind. What do you have to say? Bounty Killer Cross.
So why you always have set up me? You have set up me all the time because listen to me. Let me tell you something. JFF is really, really patty shop. So the Wrecker Girls first of all, they're in the group. They're in Group B with Mexico, Canada, and St. Kitts. The first game is January 28th, and they play Mexico. Mexico is ranked, I think, 15th in the world after from CONCACAF. So I have to see where Canada is. I think Canada is 12. St. Kitts is 127, I think, what it is. But when we spoke to Coach Donaldson today, he was saying that, listen, St. Kitts is in camp. They've been playing. So they're not the underdog. Jamaica, is the underdog. So we have a tournament coming up. We have no head coach, no assistant. We have no camp. We have no team. We have nothing. So what are we going to do? Make up number? Are we sending the girls out there to go to war with only pens and knives? I mean, we're not sending them, we're going to go war. It's just ridiculous. And we talk about trying to move to the next level. How are we going to move the women from where they are to whatever? We're going to scrap the program again. So they put so much into schoolboy football, and they always leave the women's program to the side. So JFF needs to get them act together. Them fire Menzies. Them you have so many coaches in Jamaica that they can use in the interim to either run a camp, select a team, and do something. So I just don't understand. I don't understand them. I wouldn't tell us so for waste their money go Texas, go watch the Reggae Girls be humiliated because they're not beating Canada. The only question we should ask is how much we're going to lose by. It's sad. It's pathetic.
All right, and football family, the tournament, Jamaica's first game will be January 29 versus Mexico. Ball Chat will be giving you live updates on that game, and as we get closer, we'll give you more information on
Richard is saying that all know Menzies can't get paid. JFF is a real joke. The team is literally going back to square one. Manly no longer giving her money.
Manly.
Yeah, Marley no longer giving her money.
Marley.
Yeah. It's honestly a sad situation. I agree.
But the JFF, I mean, it's a tournament. It's a CONCACAF qualification tournament. The JFF get money. They get money to participate. So it's not a matter of not having. Listen, what will it take for the JFF to call camp? The girls were in Jamaica on vacation. Bonnie just gone back to France. What would it have taken for them to have a camp? Just come up a UE, come up on the field where them have up there and run some drills. Do something. But only player that is actually in season is actually who? Bunny. Everybody else is at home. This is just, it's ridiculous. It's like we're going back to square one.
And football lovers, we'll extend an invitation formally to the JFF so we can get an update on exactly what is the plan for the tournament, and we'll see what the response is from them. But we'll continue to beat the drum of the Reggae Girls. We love the Reggae Girls and we fully support them, even though they might get basket for carry water. even though they're going into tournaments unprepared. So we'll keep you up to date as we get more information, but the current status is that there is no head coach that has been declared for this tournament, and we don't know who essentially what the squad looks like for the tournament.
And the key question Richard is asking, which we will have, that will take up a whole other show, is where is the money going?
And we will ask that question when we interview the JFF. All right, Red Stripe Premier League quickly update. Junior, my side, Malines is sitting above the relegation zone after a hot start. Currently, the scores are Dumbleholden is 2-0. Dumbleholden defeated Cavalier 2-0. Portmore got 2 from Humble Lion. Tivoli defeated Harborview 3-0. Mount Pleasant will play Vere later. Waterhouse and UWI will play, and
Surprise Waterhouse.
And Arnett will play Malines, and I don't know what's gonna happen with Malines. I really don't know. It'll be quite baffling to me if Malines went from such a 7 or 10 games winning streak to being relegated.
You still have your jersey?
But I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Gabon.
You know, see, Malines put out a call to they're having drafts. They're having
tryouts.
They're having trials. So they're looking for players. So anybody who wants to go and play for Malines and earn a little bit of money, go on and play for Malines. That team that is batting relegation. So, you know, let's see how it is. So let us say big up to Dean Andre Thomas of Dumbiol, and he has 12 goals with Corey Burke on 11. So I don't know what Portmore going to do when Corey Burke come back at Philadelphia Union. Yeah. They'll have to recruit.
Yep. Dean Andre Thomas of Dumbeholden has been setting the thing on fire. Man is hot like a fire.
Need to start bleach and can't go nice.
Okay. All right, teams of the decade. Let's segue to our teams of the decade. The decade just concluded and we enter into a new decade, and there's a lot of chatter about who are the best. Kofi Powell says Ozil to Malines.
Better yet, Giroud. I'm not surprised.
I wonder, Malines, could we sign Giroud also?
Oh, it's we now?
Yes.
Oh, you're back on the wagon.
If we can get Giroud and Ozil, I would be back on the wagon. Yo.
Hold on. Did Burke visa get sorted out?
Yeah, he's sorted out and he should be back in the MLS this
excuse me.
You're not started.
Stick up in Benton. Yes. Based on that article, did the article say that his visa was sorted out? The article that you read.
The impression is that the visa is sorted out, and we'll further clarify.
That's not what the article says. So, Junior, nobody knows until it happens. He's still a Philadelphia Union player. Mm-hmm. They picked up his option. He's getting paid. He's still playing for Portmore. Stop it, Benton.
All right.
That article was garbage.
I apologize, football family. We're not Richard, or is Richard or whoever asked. I am not sure if his visa got sorted out. The impression I gathered was that it was.
He said it didn't. A big up baller, Kurt. Wants to stop this the baller. Which baller?
Which baller with this in? Ozil?
Giroud?
Or Giroud.
Ozil or Giroud to Malines. All right. Team of the decade, football family. You know, we just concluded a decade and we started a new one. And we were, exposed to some fantastic play, some exceptional football play in the last decade. The biggest teams of the decade, we here at Ball Chat each individually have our teams of the decade. And football family, send on your teams of the decade, the 10 or 11 best players. And we'll go ahead and read them out.
And before we do this though, the plan was we would come together as a consensus and say this is our... See, exactly. Because when we first said it, the man said, you have my team and which formation. So all three of us had our own individual team of the decade we're about to unleash on everybody. And we want you listening on YouTube or Facebook to tell us which one of our teams makes sense, number one. Yes. And number two, give us your team of the decade. Who you think would be your team of the decade. And remember, the decade is playing from 2010 to 2020.
2019.
2019.
At the end of 2019.
So the ballers have to be playing at a high level at that time, right?
All right, that's fine. All
I
right.
just want to make sure.
And football lovers, as you get your team of the decade, send us on your most memorable moment during the last decade watching football. Also, send us on the most disappointing moment for you watching football in the last decade. We'll send you out ours and our football resolution for 2020. Junior have won. Team of the decade. Come on.
Ready? Hold on,
Let's go.
come on. Hold on. Let me get it going. Come on, you ready?
Come on.
Here's come on, Steve for the decade.
All right, got your team of the decade. Come on.
So we're not giggles, so I'm not going to select the team of either team. So we have Manuel Neuer as my goalkeeper, Dani Alves, Ramos. I mean, like, begrudgingly because I don't like a bone in him. And Liverpool people will love that I put VVD in it because I think he's an exceptional player. CR7, you know, I'm not like him, but, you know, he's good. Iniesta, Xavi, Messi, Aguero, Mbappe, and Hazard. I just squeeze my Chelsea people in there. So I think my team could do real damage to Benton Fufu team.
All right, we don't talk about Benton side here, but people, she's playing. She said she want to play a 3-4-3 formation, right?
Yes.
And have Dani Alves as a right centre back.
He's gone. He's not going to be doing any of that.
And Messi on the right wing covering him.
Yes, that won't happen. Baller Kerr says the French baller, he's talking about Giroud coming to us, to Malines. Why you listen, Giroud? OJ 202, 2002, best moment, Barca winning Champions League.
All right, so people, this is come one side, right?
Yes.
Watch big side now.
Football Junior.
Watch big side.
All
We
right.
have Manuel Neuer, the best goalkeeper for the decade.
Okay.
We have Dani Alves,
Me.
the best right back of the decade. Sergio Ramos, Gerard Piqué, the best centre back pairing for the decade. 2010 to 2019. Jordi Alba, the best left back of the decade.
Okay.
Decade. 2010 to 2019.
Okay.
Kante, the predator. Fernandinho, the man. If Gerard Piqué make one of those runs and can't run back, you have Fernandinho that can come back and cover him.
Yeah.
And I'm playing a 4-2-3-1 formation.
Yeah.
Modric, the best.
No!
Modric is the best number 10 of the decade. And everybody know
Nice.
Messi.
Lord
Messi and Ronaldo.
Daddy.
Messi and Ronaldo. God. But the striker, the great Polish striker,
Lewandowski.
the greatest striker, the greatest number 9 of the decade.
Lord, take off your team, man. Let's get to my team.
At the best side of the decade, that anybody can't. Whoever tell me said that side, I eat that side.
And
My side can beat your side.
Your side-
Beat it up 2-1.
Come on.
OJ 2002 said good team, but no Iniesta or Xavi.
2010 to two. Come on, OJ.
My side,
Come,
Iniesta.
hold on. 2010 to 2019, Iniesta and Xavi in 2010 to 2019. I don't want.
Come on. Next team of the decade because it's waste man time.
Watch
team
I eat that side. I know.
Put up Benton Idiot.
All right, team of the decade 4-3-3. These are real footballers. We can talk about. You know, they were probably at midpoint in the decade. A lot of these players were probably on the winding part down of their careers. But the mark that they did from 10 to 14 was beyond anything that anyone or any little players on junior or come on team can bring forward. These are real ballers. Dani Alves right back, Eric Abidal left back. The centre half pairing is Vincent Kompany and Carlos Puyol. Probably the two best centre back defenders that we've seen over the last 20, maybe even 30 years. These are how exceptional these guys were.
When did Puyol retire?
2017, 2016, thereabout. Don't talk about retiring. In the holding midfield position, I had to squeeze my boy Yaya Toure in there. I love your family, but I had to squeeze you in there. Midfield general, Andres Iniesta on the left side of that midfield. And the real general, Andrea Pirlo.
New York City FC Pirlo versus Conte.
New York City FC Pirlo was dominant for Juventus in 2012, 2013, 2014. Don't bring this New York FC foolishness to me. Up top, the real ballers during the decade, the dominant force. Lionel, sharpshooter Messi, and Cristiano, mad dog Ronaldo, big ballers leading the line for me is Samuel Eto'o. I just had to squeeze him in there. I love him like a brother.
Big up Ice King TV. What happened to Virgil? Ice King, Virgil, I just come.
Yeah, he's recently new.
Him in my team. I don't think it's my team. Are the young people team. Number 2, all man I know nothing about ball. My team having Iniesta, Xavi, and listen to me, man.
Killer Green.
Everybody's team.
Killer Green said best left back is Evra.
What?
Hey, I'm just reporting what he.
Jason Frame says Benton, that looks close to my side. Jason Frame, forward with the team. Who you got?
OJ saying, boy, a old man side this still, but a good side. I agree, it's a good side, but it's an old man side.
And for the record, I like to reiterate from the heights that these players reach from 10, 11, 12 to 14. These little ballers that these guys bring forward, that come on, bring Mbappe and these guys, they have done stuff in 2 years. They have no longevity. These guys have done exception. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I wouldn't put Mbappe up there still.
And then you, Junior, you pick Gerard Piqué, the worst defender of the century.
Hold on.
Gerard Piqué.
Hold on. Let me tell you something. Your best quality is availability. You put up a centre back that only plays 10% of the game every year, every season.
And even when he's not playing, Junior, he's better than Piqué playing.
The only thing he's good at is the man head big. That's the only thing. Yo,
Junior, I want to
put a big head defender. I want to have a Piqué. Piqué a big defender, man.
I want to reiterate. Come on. Vincent Kompany is better not playing. Sitting there, he's better, much better than Gerard Piqué, because you know what he does?
Hold on.
You know what he does? He has sense.
Hold on. Let me put this up. I wish I could put up to the screen.
Yes.
Big up Ice King TV. Virgil is the best defender in history.
Okay. Don't step away from the sorrel with the rum, Bridget. Step away from the rum cream. I love your family, but step away. All right.
Chop TV says Sir Ramos. Yeah, I Sir Ramos.
All right. Come on. Most memorable moment of the decade for you. What's the most memorable moment for you?
Aguero.
Shatif Bahed.
So Aguero scoring for Man City to win that championship.
Yeah, and I love the look on Sir Alex's face when the whistle blew one. He was going to raise his fist and then he realized that Manchester City still playing down there, so whatever. And you hear Aguero. That was the most memorable for me.
Junior,
that must be your one, Junior. He's against your side. Not no loyalty.
Junior, most memorable moment of the decade for you?
It's a summer moment.
Well, you must have a good moment. we can get to the most disappointing moment in the last decade watching football for you.
Is Sir Alex Ferguson walking out for his last game?
Oh, gee, so touching.
I am so happy to know that I lived to see the greatest football coach.
Okay.
And ran out his tenure and left as a champion. That was the greatest moment in my watching football career. I love that. Love it. Big up Sir Fergie. Greatest coach ever.
The most memorable moment, football family, send them on. You know, we got one response already that Barcelona winning the Champions League was the most memorable moment.
Which one?
Yeah, was it 2015 title? Probably the last one with Neymar was 2015 or 2014. My most memorable moment for the decade was actually attending a game, Cruzeiro versus Atletico Mineiro, the Minas Gerais big match derby in Brazil. That was a fantastic game. It was held at the Belo Horizonte Stadium, the same stadium that Brazil got 7 from Germany. But being in that stand and watching that game with the fans, it was quite an exhilarating moment, and that is what football is like. You know what is so funny though? I visited that stadium. I ride with the Cruzeiro fans, and Cruzeiro got relegated the next year. In the 98 history of the team, they got relegated from Brazil First Division.
So you know why you're back in Brazil.
Not me, yourself.
Cruzeiro family, I love you.
OJ saying we are just 16. Ball occurred. No RSP. RSP is coming out. I'll have to check. Still. Richard saying his one is Wayne Rooney bicycle versus Man City. That was a big one.
That was a big one. All right.
Chop TV saying Sergio is a big man. Drexton is saying Barcelona. And Ice King TV, I laugh because I laugh after yourself, Ice King TV, because boy, that Virgil comment, boy.
Football resolution, come on. What would you like to see in 2020 as we push up against the clock? What is your resolution football-wise for this year?
VAR will get consistent and T for Chelsea. Make Chelsea can win some games consistently. But I just want the VAR to be consistent so we can watch some good football.
So VAR, so your football resolution.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, come
on. And Valverde losing work.
And football family that's asking about games on RSPL games on Island Sports Network. Arnett Garden versus Malines. The Monday night game will be on Island Sports Network. So there we have it. That's the game tomorrow night. I don't see any other game unless something else is scheduled. Junior, your football resolution for 2020, man.
I want racism. I want them to finally figure out a way to stamp out racism.
Yeah.
And I want it to not be the main topic of a game anymore. I know that's wishful thinking, but hopefully we can make the right steps in that direction.
Kofi Powell said his most memorable moment is Liverpool versus Barca at Anfield.
Oh, we didn't know that.
Imagine, Kofi, you had to bring that up, huh? You had to bring that up. And then Jason Frame said, moment of the decade, Brazil winning Olympic gold.
Yeah, first Olympic gold.
Imagine Jason Frame. So what about the 7-1 from Germany? That's not a moment in a decade.
And David Luiz crying.
Same David Luiz at Arsenal now. All right. My football resolution for 2020 is just is some movement in efficiency from JFF. I mean, Jamaica Football Federation. We keep going around the wagon, same issues, it's different president, same problems. Finally, my resolution is hopefully that something will move in a positive direction. We're fans of the team, fans of Jamaican football setup, and we want to see this thing move further. That's my football resolution. I'm going to drink a lot of rum after saying that, because that won't happen. But all right, preview and prediction segment. As we get ready to set up some games coming down the pipe. Manchester United versus Manchester City in the League Cup semi-final. Pep Guardiola probably won't win the EPL this year, but he will certainly go for as many of these trophies, corner league trophies, as he can. This game is at Old Trafford. Junior?
I don't think Man City can play any different than the way they play. They're not going to get up tomorrow and say, you know what, let's suck Manchester United in, pause, and then run them off the field. That's not going to happen. So I really think this is a get-right game for Ole to secure his job, unfortunately. That they're going to win this game. I watch them lose.
And the League Cup finals is this week. The first leg is on Wednesday, and the next following leg is on coming up in a few weeks. Come on, Manchester United versus Man City in this League Cup semi-final. First leg is at Old Trafford.
Man City, 2-1.
Man City 2-1. Yeah, I mean, I do agree that this counter-attacking play by Manchester United is a problem for Manchester City. I don't know how Manchester City... I guess they will press. But this is the same Manchester United that didn't even have a shot on goal against Wolves.
But they will have a shot against City because they just can't play any different. They are going to constantly push on them.
Leicester City versus... Is it Aston Villa in the other semi-final? I forgot the other opponent. In the other semi-final. I didn't write it in my notes here. Very unprofessional.
Hold on, wait. Richard, what make notes of this? Richard saying that 9-love debacle versus Japan last week. Worst moment for OJ, the Trent corner kick, Champions League semi. And Richard said, I really hope the JFF respond to the interview. Yeah, we're going to get them, Richard. Trust me.
Oh, wait. Don't make that comment.
I am going to guarantee that we're going to have a JFF representative on the show.
Stop it.
Junior.
Stop it.
Guarantee.
Stop.
Oh, my, what about Wicked?
I am going to guarantee we have a JFF representative on
Stop it.
If Junior has to camp out at the JFF office, that's a Junior.
All right, stop it. Leicester City versus Aston Villa in the first leg. I mean, Leicester City should win that first leg, right?
Why Leicester?
Yeah, why?
Leicester City is the better team.
Who
And
said?
it's at the King Power Stadium. Prediction, I mean, come on.
Aston Villa 2-1.
At the King Power Stadium?
At the King Power Stadium.
Hey, ball and sleep at nobody yard.
Okay, fair enough. Apparently it doesn't sleep at Chelsea yard.
Never.
Junior, Leicester City versus Aston Villa.
I think Aston Villa has more to play for than Leicester City at this
How
point.
is it Aston Villa have more to play for?
Leicester is chasing a Champions League spot.
Leicester City is trying to win a cup for the first time in a while. What, since 2015?
And when was the last time Aston Villa won a cup?
And Leicester City is a better team. Leicester City will win at the King Power Stadium.
Is Vardy still injured?
Is he injured? I'm not sure.
They say he has a hamstring issue.
All right, Jason Frame says goalkeepers Buffon, back three is Terry, Vidic, and Piol. Really? Terry, Vidic, and Piol. Wing backs Alves and Alba. Defensive or midfield is Pirlo. Attacking midfield is Iniesta. Strikers are CR7, Lewandowski, and Messi 10. Nice squad, Jason. Nice team.
Nice team, all foot. Nice team.
All right, the last game to preview and predict as we wrap up our show. Spurs versus Liverpool is the mouth-watering matchup next weekend in the EPL. Red hot Liverpool rides into Tottenham Stadium, the big fancy stadium, London Stadium. I mean, Junior, can Jose Mourinho engineer something here against this Liverpool outfit?
There's always that game. There's always that Jose Mourinho game. Worse with Kane being injured. And I think Son come back this game or is he?
Yeah, he played today.
So Son is, so the suspension is over.
Yeah, his suspension is over.
I said it last week. I'm not going to change my mouth. Or 2 weeks ago, I'm not going to bet against Liverpool. But Lucas Moura can be that inspiring guy that plays in that channel between the wing backs and the centre back with Son. That can give Liverpool problems. I really want to say Tottenham is going to win, but I said it before, I'm going to say it again, I'm not betting against Liverpool. So
even all of that,
VAR is going to give Liverpool a draw.
Even all of
a penalty for Liverpool in the 90th minute, and Jose is going to lose his mind at the VAR.
Even all of that. Kofi Paul said Liverpool are going to pick up Spurs feather. That's exactly probably what I mean, I don't see how Liverpool lose to a Spurs team that cannot defend. Jan Vertonghen was lost today again against a speedster from Middlesbrough, and he's nowhere as fast as Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane and Firmino. I don't see how Spurs win this game. Please tell me something different.
Liverpool is going to field a B team or a C team. That's the only way Spurs going to beat them. Because Spurs just not good.
That's all right. So it's the only way they're going to win. So what's your prediction?
4-0 Liverpool.
Wow.
This is the game. This is the game. We see Jose Moreno throw the water bottle in the stand, hit the seat, and kick over the igloo.
And this is the game where Jose Mourinho will get a red card for commenting with an idiot.
Yes.
All right, football family, thank you for joining us. Link us.
Hold on before you run off.
Wait.
There are a couple of things that we need to talk about. Just 1 second.
One second.
So Alex Marshall of Cavaliers is actually moving to the Canadian Premier League. I'm not sure that's a good thing for him. I thought he would have. That's what when he signed with the new agent, he said he wanted to go to Europe. I don't know if he had the map upside down, but that's Canada, and it's a new league with 7 teams. So I don't know if that's a good move for him. Cavaliers still making money off these players, but is that the right decision for Alex Marshall? Congrats to him. I don't know if the Canadian League is going to be better than RSPL or they pay better, but it is so secretive. You can't get any information about this EPL. So Alex Marshall is off to Halifax Wanderers FC is called. Malik Foster is on loan to Ironi Kiryat Shmona. I think that's how you pronounce it, in Israel, on a loan, which is kind of confusing because he was doing well in Costa Rica. He's just not settling, so hopefully he can go and find his footing. Shimona is not doing so well in the first division, but maybe he can, help them to do better. As what's his name, Junior was saying about Javan East. Javan East is scoring a bunch of goals in Costa Rica as well. Hopefully he can make the transition to a much better league. But for now, he's eating the food. Deshaun Brown gone to India Premier League where they pay tons of money. And I don't know if you remember Bubblegum Man, Gazban.
Yep.
Gazban is also playing in the Indian Premier League. So big up to
Wait, that's
Deshaun
not cricket,
that
is
money. They pay good money. So you have to get the money wherever you can get it. And yes, Shamar Nicholson, he's slowing down a little bit, but 4 goals and 1 assist so far is really something to for some back. But he's doing okay. He's doing well.
And big up Richard. Richard is saying that there's 10 teams now in the Canadian League, and the league is expanding.
Is it better than RSPL though? I mean, do you think that this is a good fit for Alex? Do you think a young player like that needs to go to a league like that, or try to go to a league like Tyreek Magee and try to do well in Belgium? Or is it that we're bigging up Alex Marshall more than what he actually is?
I go for the last option.
All right, football lovers, thank you, Carmon, for giving us the roundup of Jamaicans, their exploits. Wait, you say New Year and I forget some things. All right, football family, link us on social media. Ball Chat Podcast on Instagram, Ball Chat 1 on Twitter, Ball Chat on Facebook. You can email us at ballchatpodcast@gmail.com. The audio platform or audio of this show will be available on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher. Weird. The whole works coming out soon, and that will be available in the next 24 hours or so.
I remember our show is exclusively on Island Sports Network as well.
Yes.
So, and it will start a little bit earlier next week, hopefully. Yeah. And it will be for an hour. So line up with yourself, people. Because it's going to be a great year.
And you can subscribe to Ball Chat Podcast YouTube channel also for updates. And stay tuned for the interview with Lauren Donaldson. Ghana Road in a Junior. Happy 2020, family. Look more.
We're here. Come on later.
Bless up.